Hola. Muy buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? Hey, welcome back to the Spanish 10 by 10 Conversation Builder. My name is Carolyn and I am your profesora. Today in our 10 by 10, oh, and by the way, have you downloaded this? Because you're going to need and want this copy. So you can go right down below and you will find a link that gets you to the 10 by 10 Spanish Conversation Builder, because we are working through 10 different topics, and in each topic we have 10 different words or phrases. Today we are on topic number 3. So just so that you know, if you haven't gotten this yet, if you print it out, make sure you print it out double-sided so all the exercises match up, because on the left side, these are the 10 words that we're going to learn. You get some phonetics down here. Over on the right side, this is an exercise or a homework section. It's fun. It only takes about 5 or 10 minutes to do. It's matching and translation and different fun activities like that to help you really assimilate that vocab. Because when we take time to read and write the new language that we're trying to learn, it really helps us get to conversation faster. And then don't forget, we're not just learning vocabulary, because we could just learn lists and lists and lists of vocabulary, but we really need to put it into context so we know, how am I going to use this? So down here, we always have a conversation with Jorge and Daisy. They are our lovely hosts. Okay, every single chapter has a conversation with Jorge and Daisy. So you can use this digitally or you can print it out. It's nice and light and easy to take with you. 21 pages of Spanish ready to go. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. Today we are on capítulo 3, and this is such an important lesson to have. It's kind of a little replay of what we did yesterday, but we're going to really expand on it. So let's start by doing a review. So on the first week we did los saludos. So our first video, we did los saludos, and that was things like, hola, buenas tardes, or buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Or ¿y usted? Muy bien, gracias. Me llamo Carolina, ¿cómo se llama? Soy Roberto, or mi nombre es Roberto. Mucho gusto, nice to meet you. Mucho gusto, gracias, igualmente. So you'll find all of those in the 1 of 1 by 10. In the second video, we did our useful vocab, so how to survive a conversation. We had words like no entiendo, habla más despacio, por favor, or repita. We also learned things like ¿cómo se dice? How do you say this? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Y qué significa? And other very handy phrases such as no sé, I don't know, no sé, and no recuerdo. All right, today in our lesson, en la página 6, page 6, en la página 6, we are going to expand on that ¿qué es esto that we started with yesterday. So ¿qué es esto is a really great question to have. It helps you build everyday vocabulary for objects and things that you have around you. You could really use this anywhere. So maybe if you have some Spanish speakers at work and in the office, you could say, ¿qué es esto? And have them kind of walk you around the office and tell you, oh, this is a desk, and this is the window, and this is the door, and this is this, and this is that. So, ¿qué es esto? At home, ¿qué es esto? Ah, es la mesa, es el sofá, etc. So you can use it anywhere you are. I think this is a really great phrase when you go traveling. So let's say you're at an open-air market and there's all sorts of things that you've never seen before. You're in Mexico or maybe Peru or posiblemente in España, and there's exotic and strange and interesting things, and it's like, what is this? Okay, maybe there's tropical fruits and you don't know what they are. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, es una guava, es una guayabana, something like that. So ask the vendors, what is this? Okay, so our question is, ¿qué es esto? So repita conmigo. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? You have the object right here close to you. ¿Qué es esto? So if the object is over there, closer to the person that you're talking to, you would say, ¿qué es eso? What is that? So, ¿qué es esto? But ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es eso? And to that, we're going to respond es. Es un cuaderno, for example. So it's a notebook. Es un cuaderno. Es una pluma. Es una pluma. So now we might be saying, uh-oh, what's the difference between un and una? Okay, you may have heard that un or una means one. So this could translate as it's one notebook or it's one pen, but these two words also mean a. So it's a notebook, it's a pen. And we will notice here that if it ends in a O, like a cuaderno, it's masculino. So we're going to say un cuaderno. But if it ends in an A, such as pluma, we're going to say es una pluma because it's feminine. So in inglés, masculino y femenino no existen, pero en español, masculino y femenino es muy importante. So for right now, we really don't want to bog ourselves down thinking about all the rules of masculine and feminine because it can just stop us in our language learning. So what we want to do right now, and kind of a little trick, is that when you learn a new word such as cuaderno or pluma, don't just learn that single word. Learn un cuaderno and una pluma, and that way when you say a notebook or a pen, you already have that in place and your brain doesn't have to go, oh no, is that masculine or feminine? Do I say un or una? Does it end in an O? Does it end in an A? So if you just learn una pluma, then your ear really gets used to, oh yeah, it's una pluma, that's feminine, una pluma, un cuaderno, un cuaderno. Okay, so there's a little trick. ¿Qué es esto? Es un vaso de agua. This is a glass of water. Es un vaso de agua. Un vaso de agua. ¿Qué es esto? Es una copa de vino, una copa de vino. ¿Qué es esto? Es un teléfono celular. ¿Qué es esto? Es una computadora. In some areas, you might hear un computador. Other people say una computadora. Es un carro. Love that, huh? Es un carro. And if it's hard to roll the R's, you can call it a coche. Es un coche. It's a car. So un coche, it's just a regional difference. Es un coche, es un carro. But no matter where you're at, people should understand both of those words. Es un coche, es un carro. And where does a car drive? Oh, in una calle. ¿Qué es esto? What is that out there? Oh, that's a road. Or ¿qué es eso? Es una calle. Calle, a road. All right, here we are with crédito extra. ¿Qué son estos? So we've been working with ¿qué es esto? That's singular. ¿Qué es esto? But ¿qué son estos? That's plural. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué son estos? And if you say those two a couple of times, it really helps you to hear that difference between singular y plural. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué son estos? Son llaves. These are keys. Son llaves. It's plural. Son llaves. Okay, so now on our next page, la página 7, this is a really fun homework exercise today. You have pictures and matching. Draw the lines and connect everything up. All right, but let's do our conversation with Jorge and Daisy. Okay, so here we go. Una conversación. So read these aloud with me. Jorge says, Buenos días, Daisy. ¿Qué es esto? And Daisy says, Es una pluma. ¿Qué es esto? Es mi teléfono celular. ¿Qué son estos? Son mis llaves. ¿Me entiendes? She checks in with him. Do you understand me? ¿Me entiendes? And Jorge says, Sí, entiendo bien. Es una pluma, es un teléfono, son llaves, es un vaso de agua, es una computadora, es un cuaderno, es una calle y es una copa de vino. And Daisy says, Buen trabajo, good job, buen trabajo. Okay, so I'm going to give you an additional homework assignment, and that is to gather up some items around you so that you can pick them up and say, es un cuaderno, son llaves, es una pluma, es un carro, es un coche, etc. So practice saying those and naming those objects off the top of your head without having to read your book. Because we don't always get to have this with us, and when we're in a real life conversation, we want to be able to speak these words off the top of our head. So being able to say, un vaso de agua, una copa de vino, without having to refer to the written word. Okay, but it's a process, right? There's a couple of steps. First one is to read it and hear it and practice saying it, and then get to the point where you just can say it on the top of your head. And at that point, we're beginning to think the language and not just read it and repeat the things that we're hearing. So that's the step that we're moving towards. So muchas gracias. And to you, I say, hasta mañana.